So, Mr. Gomez already mentioned that there was two acute angles. Ms. Ayala, what are the acute angles in this triangle? That's a side. The acute angles up here. Which ones are the acute angles? Brandy, what angles would be the acute angle here? Good. Those are two angles that are less than 90. Very good. So what we're going to do, the mission right now, is to find the sine, cosine, and tangent of angle R, and then the sine, cosine, and tangent of angle S. And we're going to actually use numbers today. Yesterday was just pure variables, right? Just to practice it. Now we're going to actually get some values. So do this with me. So have your calculator handy. And we're going to round to the fourth decimal. But let's start off with the first one. Let's go sine of R, cosine of R, tangent of R. Okay. Let me bring it down over here. All right. So, what is the sine always? The sine is what over what? You guys remember from yesterday? Opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. Now, I've memorized them, and the reason why I've been able to memorize them is because there's a word that's very old, and it enables students to memorize what goes where for sine, cosine, and tangent. And it's a word that sounds like something you dip your sushi in. It sounds like a Japanese word. Close. Okay, so I'm going to give you an acronym. An acronym in English is a word where every letter represents another word. Like UCLA stands for University of California, Los Angeles. That's an acronym. So I'm going to write an acronym, and I want you to write this on your notes. The acronym that will enable you to always memorize what the sine is, cosine, and what the tangent is. What goes where. Instead of constantly referring to your notes, okay, what goes where. This is an acronym that enables you. Ready? It sounds like a Japanese word. Write it down with me. Ready? Here we go. The word is this. SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. No, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Go to write it down. It's an acronym. And it enables you to memorize what the ratios of every trigonometric ratio involves. So, right, so sine, again, I'm going to put sine is opposite, I'll put OPP for opposite, over HYP for hypotenuse. Go on. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is, I'll put ADJ for adjacent. Adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. SOHCAHTOA. Gonzalez, you with me? Everyone should be writing down and you're on your screen, so I'm getting worried there. Opposite over hypotenuse is the sine. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Seven, are you with me? All right. Now, let's go back over here now. SOHCAHTOA. Dip our sushi in some SOHCAHTOA. It's a sine of R. Who likes sushi, by the way? Oh, I dream of that stuff. Beautiful. I think it's all the ingredients with the rice, the textures, with the wasabi in it. Oh. Please do so. And report back to me.
I'm still stuck with my orange chicken.
That's good. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. All right, sine of r, here we go. So sine, SOHCAHTOA says opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, where's r? Okay, opposite of r is 12. See? We did that for warm-up. Hypotenuse is 13. So let's go to our calculator, hit 12 divided by 13. Give me the fourth decimal, please, somebody. 0 point what? Stops at 3? What's next to the 0? So it's 1 then. I'm rounding to the fourth decimal place. Here, let me do that. Because I know a lot of you are rusty with rounding. Let me look. All right, here we go. Look at this. 12 divided by 13. Oops. All right, 12 divided by 13. 0.9230. 0 is in the fourth decimal, Ms. Cruz. Check it out. So I look to the right of the 0. This is 5 or bigger, which it is. Then the 0 turns into a 1. If it's not 5 or bigger, then 0 just stays 0. So coming back over here then, I leave it as a 1. All right. I'm going to come on. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine of r. So let's see. Adjacent, what side is adjacent to r? The 5 on. We picked the one that's not the hypotenuse. So that'd be 5 over hypotenuse is 13. Very nice, Brandy. Here we go. So 5 divided by 13. So the fourth decimal, go over. 0.38, go ahead. What was next to the 6 on the right side of the 6? Good. So it stays a 6. Very nice. Okay. Dina, are you with me? Now let's do tangent of r. Tangent. SOHCAHTOA. Tangent says opposite over adjacent. So opposite of r is 12 over adjacent, though, careful. What's the adjacent of r? 5. 12 over 5. So it'd be what? 2 point what? All the way. It stops at 4? Yeah. Cool. So we don't have to round to the nearest fourth because it stops at 4 on the screen. Not too bad, right? And this is all a setup. This is all a setup for enabling you to solve problems like sinking that submarine I taught you a little while ago. That's later though. Right now I got to show you how to get the ratios first. You can't get the ratios, we're toast. All right. That was angle R. Let's do the other acute angle, angle S now. Stay with me. Sine, cosine of S, tangent of S. There we go. So sine of S. Okay, let's consult SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite. Check it out. Opposite over hypotenuse. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so opposites on top, hypotenuse at the bottom. So let's see, sine of S. Opposite would be 5. Hypotenuse would be 13. Didn't we do 5 over 13? We already did up here, remember? Look at the cosine of R is actually the same as the sine of S. 5 over 13. So we already did it, so let me just write it down, 0.3846. Okay, cosine of S now. Cosine. What does SOHCAHTOA say? Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Nice. Adjacent is 12 over hypotenuse 13. Very nice. Didn't we do 12 over 13 before though? Yeah, it's right up here now. Good. 0.9231. So the sine of R is actually the cosine of S. The ratio is the same. So 0.9231. Tangent of S. So SOHCAHTOA, so let's see. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Opposite of S is 5. Adjacent is 12. So 5 over 12. Round off correctly now. Here we go. 0.1. Go ahead. 6.6 or 6.7? Thank you. And here's fourth decimal. So be example 2. We're going to find the sine, cosine, and tangent ratios for both acute angles. Copy this right triangle down. So let's do the two acute angles. I'll go a little quicker now. So have your calculators ready. Let's see. 7. What would be the two acute angles here in this triangle? The two acute angles. It's a big board. No. So the two acute angles would be, that's definitely less than 90. This one's definitely less than 90. So it's always the two angles that are not the 90 degree. This is a 90 degree. Here's the acute angle. Here's the acute angle. So let's find the sine, cosine, and tangent of A. And then we'll find the sine, cosine, and tangent of B. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to go a little faster now. As I hope to. All right, so sine of A. Here we go. SOHCAHTOA. I'm going to write SOHCAHTOA here. SOHCAHTOA, there's my memory device, my memory device acronym. So the sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of A. Opposite is 4. Hypotenuse is 8.5. I'm just going to do all the fractions first and then start typing stuff in my calculator later. Cosine of A is SOHCAHTOA, adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent of A is 7.5. Over hypotenuse is 8.5. Tangent of A. So what does SOHCAHTOA say? Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So the opposite of A is 4. Adjacent is 7.5. Again, right now I'm just going to set up my fraction and do the calculations later. All right, now I'll just do the other angle now, sine of B. So here's B in blue, angle B. Sine of B. SOHCAHTOA, opposite of hypotenuse of the sine. Opposite of B is 7.5. And hypotenuse is 8.5. Cosine, SOHCAHTOA. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so let's see, adjacent is 4. Hypotenuse is 8.5. And last but not least, tangent of B. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So B, opposite of B is 7.5. Adjacent is 4. All right, let me bust out my calculator now, and I'm going to round to the nearest fourth decimal place here. Question so far? Yes, Gomez. Thank you. Someone's. All right, go. Oh, well, why the sign buttons? Yeah. Oh, because I'm just preparing it for tomorrow, because I want to explain that tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to actually use those. Okay. So let's do it. 4 divided by 8.5. Somebody? Thank you so much. It stops at the third one, huh? 0.6?
No. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Grundy? 0.4706?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure we're rounding off that fourth decimal correctly. 7.5 divided by 8.5. Help. Thank you. 4 divided by 7.5. Cool. All right. 7.5 divided by 8.5, we already did up here. It was a cosine of A. So I'm just going to copy that one down. 0.8823. Cosine of B, that's the sine of A. Look at 4 divided by 8.5. That's 0.4706. And the tangent of B, we haven't done this one yet. 7.5 divided by 4 will be 1 point what? It stops there, huh? Thank you. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.